Magic.
Welcome to Food Magic. This is where all the fun food facts are at. Join us as we visit farmers, producers, and sellers who create these fantastic food products, and stay with us to learn more about the latest innovations and discoveries. My name is Nadia Heng, this is Food Magic, and in today's episode, I am going to take you to explore our very own Malaysian homegrown vegetables. Let's face it, we've all been told by our parents growing up as kids to eat your vegetables. Now, sometimes parents really do know best because leafy greens are filled with vitamin C, minerals, and lots of fiber. And all of this helps to ward off illnesses and disease. Let's see what these leafy greens are. In Malaysia, we're able to buy fresh from supermarkets or market stalls greens like Chinese cabbage, kale, bak choy, watercress, water spinach, or kangkong, and oilseed rape or chai sim. We are going to look at two particularly leafy greens, the spinach or bayam and Chinese broccoli or kailan. Or to give its scientific name, Spinacia oleracea, is a flowering plant from the amaranth family of vegetables, natives to Central and Western Asia. Containing 90% of mostly water, spinach can grow up to 30 centimeters or a foot tall. There's also another variety of spinach called the purple stem Malabar spinach. Like the green spinach, this type can be eaten raw, fried, steamed, or boiled. Despite the fact that Chinese broccoli or kailan has a very similar scientific name to spinach, it's actually from the cabbage family. And if you take a closer look, you'll notice these flat bluish green leaves, much like broccoli, but smaller. Also, oftentimes you go to a restaurant and people order baby kailan. Not just kailan, but baby kailan. And the reason being, yes, they are the younger shoots of kailan, but they're crunchier and tastier. Well, also, bayam or spinach and kailan are easily grown throughout the country here in Malaysia. And in fact, kailan loves the highlands, so you'll very frequently find it in Sabah and Pahang. And also, did you know that they're easy to grow? And thanks to modern agricultural and farming techniques, it has led to a significant reduce in pesticides and chemical fertilizers, thus leading to a very happy pollinating insect population of bees and butterflies. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a wonderfully balanced meal. Now, this includes your vitamins, minerals, proteins, and carbohydrates. What is it? It's a Thai-style stir-fry with kailan and prawns. I guarantee you have most of these ingredients pretty much lying around at home. We're going to start off with kailan. We've got fresh basil, some prawns, some oyster sauce, fish sauce, light soy sauce, a little bit of sugar, red chilies, and some garlic. That's it. Okay, so like any normal stir fry, we're going to begin over here. And we are going to start by first sauteing the garlic and chili. Now, it's really important to do this step first, just because you want to get those fragrant aromas from your chili and garlic out. If it was because my dad, he would go mental. He would just use all the garlic. So we're just gonna saute that just for a moment. As soon as it starts to get fragrant, you can throw in your prawns. All right, so it is time to add in our army of prawns. Now, just remember, prawns cook very, very quickly. And as soon as they go a little bit pink, you don't want them to overcook here, we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add in our sauces. So over here we've got our oyster sauce. Don't want to put too much in, it's quite salty. I'm gonna add in half of our fish sauce. And finally, we're going to add in a light soy sauce. Give it a little bit of a mix. And while it's cooking, we're going to add in a tiny bit of sugar. This makes all the difference. Don't forget your seasoning. Salt, pepper, and now it's very crucial that you don't cook this for too long. So right about now we're going to throw in our kailan. And mix it all up. Just be a meal on its own with rice. Alternatively, you can always do an omelet, you can do all kinds of stuff. A fried egg goes really well with this, but it's a really quick and easy meal, especially if you don't have any time to cook in the evening. Simple ingredients. Okay, so as soon as your kailan looks like it's done, we're gonna turn off the heat. And now that it's off the heat, we're going to add in the final touches, some fresh basil. It's up to you if you want to rip it up. I think it looks quite pretty, just like that. Give it another mix, and this is such a nutritious meal that's both tasty, quick, and easy. And there you have it. How incredibly simple was that? It can go into a regular staple in your diet. It's wholesome, quick, and easy to make. And don't go anywhere because we have more leafy greens coming up after the break. Welcome back to Food Magic, where the magic of food is brought to you. Now that we've learned all about our leafy greens and where they come from, did you know that you can actually grow your own spinach or kailan, ding, 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 in your backyard? But first, let's talk to the foremost experts, proper farmers with a wealth of experience in growing these leafy greens. It's not just farmers and supermarkets where you get your leafy greens. You can grow your own. If you have space for a pot or container, that's all you need. Put some spinach or Chinese broccoli seeds in compost, sowing thinly, about 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch deep. When seedlings sprout thin to 20 centimeters apart, you can easily scatter seeds over pots. Cover it with a net though to make sure that birds and cats don't go and dig them up as they grow. Both varieties of plants like open, sunny areas. Water it well, over dry periods especially, and be sure to keep weeds away so that the plants will thrive. These plants will continue to regrow for up to 3 months, even with plucking, so you will have a regular supply to cook. Make sure you also allow the plants to flower for bees to gather nectar. There you are, your own balcony garden, providing you with vital vitamins and fiber. Speaking of vitamins, both vegetables are rich in vitamin K, which is essential for maintaining healthy bones. They also have vitamin A in the form of carotenoids, much like carrots, which are good for your eyesight. And finally, a whole stream of other minerals, including manganese, folate, iron, potassium, and protein. Not bad for vegetables you can grow in your backyard. We visited King Street Cafe, located in Taman Seputeh, Kuala Lumpur. A classic cafe with plenty of delicious dishes to offer. We peeked into their kitchen to see how they make use of spinach in one of their crowd favorites.
Hi, I'm Chef Shan from the King Street Cafe. So today we're going to do a chicken leg pie. So first here we have chicken breast. Here we have spinach and leek, cream, mixed salad, balsamic vinegar, cherry tomato, garlic, and English parsley. So we're going to start now. First, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. Then we add in the garlic. You want the garlic to be slight brown, so the flavor comes out. Next, we're going to add in the chicken breast. Okay, next we're going to add in the leek and spinach, so it blends well with the cream. Once the chicken is all cooked, we can add in the cream. Then you let it simmer for 2 minutes. I've just pre-prepared this puff pastry earlier for 10 minutes in the oven. So I'm going to start plating now. So here we have a mashed potato. I'm just going to plate it on the side. Gonna just give it a little bit of black pepper, parsley, and the salad on the side. So there you have it, guys, chicken leg pie. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Food Magic. Now we've learned all about the different minerals and vitamins that our body needs to build up its immunity. Spinach in particular is high in magnesium, so if you do have type 2 diabetes, it's great for offsetting those sugar levels. Now I'm going to show you a really magnificent recipe that really requires almost no effort. This is a crustless spinach quiche. Here's a lineup of ingredients that you're going to need, all super easily accessible. So we've got 8 eggs, heavy cream, mushrooms, cheese, salmon, our chopped onions, lemon zest, and of course a little bit of nutmeg, and most importantly of all, a mountain of spinach. So we're going to start by creating the mixture. Now let's add in our eggs. Next up, we're going to add in the heavy cream, our mushrooms, followed by a load of onions. We're going to add in a tiny bit of lemon zest. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm going to add in a tiny dash of nutmeg. I always think of Meg Ryan for some reason. All right, so now that we've got a little bit of nutmeg in there, it's time to add in the cheese. I don't know about you, but I am a big fan of a good cheesy quiche, so this is very, very crucial. But I'm only going to put in half for now, because we're going to keep the rest of it for later. This to me is a secret to a good, rich, creamy quiche. And now we're going to sort of give it a little bit of a mix. All right, and now it's this beautiful yellow custardy looking hue, but it's going to change in just a moment because now it's time to just peel off, or rather tear, your spinach into small little pieces so that it's very manageable and very edible to it. They're a lot more manageable in the mouth. Okay, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Give it a nice mix. And make sure you get all your egg and your cream well mixed. It's always a little chance to work those biceps. I think we've got a nice amount of spinach, we've got a good amount of mushrooms and onions. This is going to be perfect. So now all we need to do is transfer this over. Now remember, you need to butter a tray first because this is of course crustless and you don't want it sticking to the pan. So let's dish it out. Very well do the lot. Now there are many, many different types of quiches that you can do. You can pick and choose your ingredients. But ultimately for me, what makes a good quiche is one that's rich, that's creamy, has a lot of cheese, and also has a lot of ingredients inside. So every little corner of the quiche has a nice little surprise. All right, the last ingredient that we're going to add here is actually going to be the salmon. So the reason why you want to do this last is because you don't want to break it up in the mixture, and you also want to distribute it nice and evenly. So every corner of your quiche is going to be well covered with goodness. This is not just high in magnesium, but it's also really high in protein with all these eggs, all the salmon. Now this is really crucial because you don't want your salmon to burn, so we're going to embed it like secret treasures. So just push it slightly beneath the surface. Ideally, you don't want to actually see the pink of the salmon. You want it to be sort of submerged beneath the creamy yellow custody hue. And I mean, if you have a couple or two pieces sticking out, don't worry about it. And that is the final step for popping it in the oven. We're going to put it inside the oven for about 30 minutes. Just make sure you check on it until it's gone like sort of nice golden brown on top. And you want to keep it in there at 175 degrees. So don't forget 175 degrees and make sure it's in for roughly 30 minutes, but just keep an eye on it. And just like that, 30 minutes later, I'm going to enjoy a nice, hot, and nutritious meal. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, it's definitely ready. That is divine. Now remember how I said earlier that, you know, if you want to, you should always have some extra cheese on standby. By the looks of this, I think I'm starting to feel like this already looks really indulgent and really decadent. So I think I'm gonna leave the extra cheese for another time and just dive right into this. Now remember, if you are prone to kidney stones, you might want to take this in moderation. But then again, that applies to all things. So try this at home, a crustless spinach quiche, guaranteed satisfaction.
Okay, now going to start cook is our Malay very favorite. We call it belacan baby kai lan, and this is our Assam house very famous also, one of the recipe. Okay, now we go add in some oil and our homemade belacan sauce. Fry it become gold color, and you can smell the aroma smell. Then add in some little garlic also. Okay, now add in the baby kai lan. So flat. Some more water, and some sugar also. Add little. Then this is our soy sauce recipe. Okay, okay, this is our sampai belacan baby kai lan.
Just like that, we've come to the end of another episode. Remember, you don't have to go green with envy though. You can take a leaf out of our books and do your own homegrown vegetable garden. My name is Nadia Hing. This is Food Magic. I'll see you next time.